Hello, 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 guys. It is Lexus Exodus, leader of the Black Woman Exodus. How are you guys doing? And like always, if you enjoy this content, please like and subscribe. Please share. Please comment in the comment section, even if it's just to say, hey, I'm listening, to say what's up. Please also chime in the chat. Shout out to Holland. Shout out to Moonweaver. Shout out to Sun Girl. I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing, and I appreciate the hard work that you do. Also, if you all have any tips or suggestions for any contents or any news stories or clips you'd like for me to cover, please send those details to Lex's Exodus channel at gmail.com. So today we're going to switch it up a bit. So y'all know I like to give the divested women their flowers, those leaders who are movers and shakers. I like to give them their roses while they are here. I know that this is important work. I know that this is powerful work. And I know that they are doing a wonderful job of saving Black women with an unpopular message, but still sharing it diligently every day. So I've previously given Crystal Swirls her flowers. I've also given Mad her flowers, Miss Archduchess, just for being very powerful, prominent figures in the divestment community, speaking the truth, sharing the truth, and sharing a poignant and impactful message, even though when it isn't popular and when they're putting their safety at risk and they can become doxxed, and even when they have professional careers at risk and they can lose it all and have marriages and different things, children, and different things that they need to protect, they still lay that on the line just for the sake of saving Black women. So I like to make it, a recurrent thing and make it a habit to really give these women their flowers. So today we are going to highlight and profile and give a tribute to Divested Zealot. So you guys, I don't even know where to start with DZ. So you guys have got me hip to Divested Zealot maybe a few months ago. And I've been hooked ever since. She is so dope, y'all. She is OG GOAT. She is so phenomenal. And I love her. Her content is awesome. And I've literally binged her content probably twice over since you guys have shared her details with me. So she is someone I want to highlight and profile and really just give her her flowers while she's here, because she's awesome and she's doing amazing, important work. So let's talk about the top reasons why we need DZ, why she's needed. So one of the primary reasons why I really enjoy DZ and why I support Divested Zealot is because she just is very, very staunchly and very adamant about not supporting bickering and infighting. So she'll talk about how, she'll never roast anyone belonging to the divestment community. Even if, she disagrees, she's not going to engage in public fighting with a fellow Black woman in the community. And I just think that's so dope because, there's been lots of catty, nasty, bitchy bullshit that I've observed and that I've noticed, and I know she's noticed as well, but she refuses to address it publicly. She is of the idea and of the thought process that we have way too many enemies as divested Black women, period. So we are already minorities. Not only are we Black, but we're already a minority twofold over, because we're women as well. And also most of us are mammy. So we're talking about a very, very small percentage of the population, of the Black population, who believes and really understands our struggle and our message. So she's like, I'm not going to make enemies out of my fellow sisters. And I think that's so dope. Being a licensed journalist, someone who has multiple degrees and who has a bachelor's in journalism, one of the things that they teach you is if it bleeds, it leads, which pretty much means like carnage, sensationalism, fighting, things like that are good for ratings. So Divested understands this as a fellow educated woman. She's just not going to sell out and buy into the bullshit. So although I know that this will garner lots of likes and subscribers and lots of views, you know what? I'm not going to argue and bicker with you because we have a code as divested Black women, and we need to be collective and have a sisterhood, and that's sacred, and I'm not going to violate that and publicly humiliate or degrade a divested sister. So I appreciate that and respect that so much. I think that's so dope. And she's vented on Patreon, but she's always done it privately behind a paywall because sometimes you need to be able to just vent and to talk to your sisters about some bullshit that you've been experiencing. But she never brings that bullshit publicly. She's never airing out people. She's never being like publicly shady or doing some bullshit out in the streets. She is very, very dope, and that's a real grown woman of her, and I really respect that and love that about her. Number two, so Divested Zealot is so supportive, y'all. So she is so dope because she allows anyone and everyone to come on her channel and to participate in her panels, and she shares her platform with so many different women, and I love that. Her panel is so dope, and I've been on it a few times because she's been so gracious and so receptive and nice to extend her platform to me. And she shouts people out. And several of you guys have found me and have discovered my channel solely due to Divested Zealot. And I am so thankful to her for that. And that's so uncommon here. If you guys have peeped a lot of the YouTube channels, she shouts out people who are up and coming content creators, even though she doesn't have to, even though she doesn't have to. And still to this day, Divested Zealot and Crystal Swirls are the only two divestment platforms on YouTube, content creators who have shown me love. A lot just don't like to mention other people's channels on their platform, which I don't understand. I mean, I don't know what the thought process is behind it. I feel like, we need to get the message out of here. So even if it's coming from a different medium, who cares? Shout that out so sisters can be responsive. Be responsive to that messaging and can understand and really hear the message that we're sharing. We all have a collective goal here. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who is the messenger. You know what I mean? So I don't understand it, but it is what it is. But DZ has been a very, very vocal, supportive woman, and I love that and appreciate her for that. Like I said, I've garnered so many followers and so many supporters and subscribers solely due to her, and I'm appreciative of her. And I really think it's because her objective isn't for fame or for money or for, I don't know, notoriety. It truly is because her main goal is to save Black women. That's it. That's it. So I really, really do appreciate her because I know she values sisterhood and camaraderie. And I think that's awesome and respect that. Number three. So the third reason why Divested Zealot is needed is because she is educated and professional, and she is just a really, really dope voice for the divested community. And I really feel like she represents the average divester in all our full glory. So she's talked about how she's a nurse, how she's educated and she's smart and has her shit together. And I can really relate to her, especially being an educated, professional Black woman. She is very, very smart, incredibly poignant and powerful, and is such a great communicator. So I really, really enjoy listening to her commentary, and it really resonates with me. Number four, the fourth reason why DZ is needed, she is the blueprint of this shit, y'all. She's the OG. So she's even said and has been vocal about how most divested women don't learn their lesson until they hit rock bottom and they become a better baby mama. Then they decide to open up their options and to divest and to, be more receptive to other groups of men. But when I heard that, I was like, dang, you calling me out, sis, what the hell? You calling me out. But it's because it's true. That's how I became divested, and I think that's a lot of our stories. You know, we've had to go through the burner and go through hell and back before we actually understood, hey, it probably makes more sense to do things differently. But DZ wasn't like that. She never had any babies by Tyrone. She got her education. She became a nurse, married a doctor. Instead of being like most of us who date down and marry down, will cultivate these impressive accomplishments, will get PhDs, like Kevin Samuels like to say, and will still date the damn mailman and the local store clerk at Walmart. But Divesta didn't do that. She did it the right way the first time, and you know, she became established and she did well for herself. And DZ understood hypergamy before that was a thing. She understood divestment before that was a thing. And back, and you know, 10 years ago, divestment wasn't popular. You know, dating and opening up your options and being receptive to all groups of men was very taboo. Within the community. So she was really a mover and shaker, and she really was one of the first adopters when it comes to this divestment shit. And that's how you do it. Like I said, she the blueprint. She been married for 26 years and she's living her best life. She said, I don't do shit. I don't cook. I don't clean. But let me tell you how I got that ring. She's raised her children and now she's just coasting and enjoying life. And I think that's so very dope. And I think that that's the epitome and really is representative of what a path, an ideal path should be for divestors. Most of us are baby divestors. Most of us have been divesting for 10 years or less. I've been divested for 6 years. And, you know, it's like, I want to be like DZ when I grow up, girl. I want to be like you because she's the blueprint. And she really is the epitome. And she really is the epitome of what that looks like and what that path looks like when it comes to hypergamy and just making good choices and living a better life. Divested Zealot is also very direct and to the point. Oh, I love her. This is why her like shows are so entertaining and are so engaging. So just like Crystal Swirl, she doesn't mince words. She'll call a thing, but she pulls from that intellect. Because she's an intellectual and she's an educated, very intelligent person. And so, but she's not playing the niceties with y'all. She's not tiptoeing. She's really telling you like it is. So it's very interesting because I know she'll talk about how some other folks within the community will call her channel ghetto and will say it's, you know, a part of a lower rung of the YouTube sector. And I'm like, where? Where? Because both Mad and DZ are clearly educated and very intelligent, very poignant, very powerful communicators, very direct, and are truly the intellectuals. They are bilingual because true divestors know how to navigate, know how to pivot. So when I say they're bilingual, and I think I heard this on one of their channels, we're able to navigate from the boardroom to the hood, from the boardroom to the block. So we're able to be hood and draw and cuss and curse, but we're also able to have conversations and poignant and very intellectual conversations and debates and express ourselves very clearly and concisely. And this is why we have all these credentials, and this is why we have all those degrees stacked up, hanging on our walls. And this is why we're professional women, and this is why we're movers and shakers and have been able to be successful in the corporate ladder. Personally, I'm in a directorial role at a pharmaceutical company. So women like me, we're able to navigate and to pivot and to transition. So no, you don't get to dismiss her and call her ghetto just because she curse every so often. Baby girl, no you don't. Because she's divested. Zealot strikes me as a person, and I know because I've heard her. She can cuss you the fuck out and read you, but can also express very intelligently a multi-million-dollar proposal and can be a consultant to those who are the leaders and to those who are the decision makers when it comes to corporate America and when it comes to being inside the boardroom. So, and that's why I really, really enjoy listening to her, because I can really relate. I'm from the projects. I don't know if she is. I know she lives in Atlanta, but I'm from the PJ, so I can speak street talk, and then I can also, turn that switch, and then also speak that nice, nasty corporate America talk, boardroom talk. Another reason why Divested Zealot is needed, she is freaking hilarious. She's so freaking funny, y'all. So when I tell y'all, she is Queen Roaster, and I'm not as good as roasting, and this is what I mean, and this is just another testament to her intellect. She is so quick on her feet and so quick with it. She be having me dying, y'all. I be cracking the heck up. So her one-liners, how she roasts, how she reads, she is so dope, and it takes a smart person to do that well. Also, another reason why DZ is needed is because she does this because she truly does love Black women. And, I think that one thing that she always says is, I'm divested and I'm far removed from this, but I still deeply care about Black women, and I'm still going to reach back to try to save other Black women. Because a lot of us escape the community and we just don't look back. We don't. But Divested is not like that. She said, nah, I'm still going to elevate, and I'm still going to be prosperous, and I'm still going to be living my best life. But I'm going to still keep my finger on the pulse within the community and save as many other women as I can. I'm going to put as many Black women as I can onto this game. I'm going to save and educate and inform as many women as I can. And I will never forget her saying verbatim, you know what? So you can go to those level up channels. You can go to those channels who are telling you, what knife to pick, what the difference between a salad knife and a beef pork knife. I don't know. But I'm still going to be right here with a pitchfork at the door, saving and freeing as many Black women as possible. And I just think that's so dope. I appreciate that. And hopefully I'm not being too churchy, but it really is. All you need is someone to plant a mustard seed. That's it. You just need a mustard seed of faith. You need someone to plant that little seed and drop that little gem here and there, and every so often, just to open up a Black woman's eyes and to help broaden their perspectives. Because you really don't know what you don't know. And that's the problem here. That's the pervasive problem, is that we don't know what we don't know. So I didn't know that anything else existed outside of struggle love. I didn't before divesting. I didn't know that, this wasn't normal, because that's all I saw growing up. And it was all I was exposed to while growing up. I thought cheating was normal. I really did. I thought that muling was normal. I thought that not having reciprocity and having babies out of wedlock was normal. I thought that shacking up and never getting a ring was normal. I did. This is the normal toxicity that's normalized within the community. So I didn't know about hypergamy. I didn't know about divesting. I didn't know about even just expecting something as reciprocal relationships was something that was normal to expect as a woman, because I saw it was the exact opposite growing up. So yeah, I feel like DZ is needed because she's truly doing the Lord's work, y'all. So she's planting the seed and she's letting young Black women, she has a lot of young Black girls, a lot of Gen Zers on her show, on her panel, and she's letting them know that that's what you should do. It's standard for you to open up your options, and there's more for you out there. And it's interesting because I have so many women who will come to my channel and who will say, hey, well, I'm 75% divested, but your channel really taught me that I should probably just progress with what my decision is. I've also seen women come to my channel and say, well, I don't hate this group of men, but what you're saying is accurate, and there's a lot of truth and a lot of validity to what you're saying. It's because they all know. It's because they all know. secretly they all know that this is a dead end within the community, and we're just planting that seed, and then eventually, they'll be more observant and more conscious and more mindful of the things that they've learned and that they've been taught in on the divestment channels. And then eventually, months from now, they'll come back and they'll say, hey, I'm 100% divested, and they'll be totally full circle, and they'll start to understand. And we'll just start to expect better, and we'll know that, they shouldn't be accepting the bare minimum from these men while they're doing the most. They just, eventually that seat will grow. So, anyways, I know that was a mouthful, but those are the reasons why DZ is needed. She really is an incredible, powerful, poignant, and impactful voice. We are blessed by her. We don't deserve her. So I wanted to just give her her roses and let her know how much we appreciate her. All right. And